Hey, good morning. Good morning. God bless you, brothers and sisters. How we doing? Just wanted to share something with you guys real quick. Try to give you just a quick word of encouragement. We read this in church yesterday, and I just feel like somebody needs to hear this. And this right here is regarding to just walking this walking the walk of faith. We read this in church yesterday. A pastor preached on this, and it's found in the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verses 1, 2, and 3. And it says like this. It says, "Therefore, we also, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses," referring to Moses, to Abraham, to David, to Samson, all these mighty men of God. It says, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which so easily ensnares us, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and has sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. For consider him who endured such hostility from sinners against himself, lest you become weary and discouraged in your souls. So I encourage you right now, if you're feeling weary or if you're feeling discouraged, listen to me. I encourage you right now, just like it says in verse 1 right here, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which easily ensnares us. There's a lot of things that will weigh you down. The spiritual race is just kind of like a physical race, okay? If you try to run a physical race with a weight vest on, you know what I mean? Put some weights on, you know what I mean, on you and try to run, you're going to get tired. You're going to get weary very soon. You're going to become discouraged because it'll weigh you down. The same thing happens spiritually when you try to run this race and you try to love people the way God calls us to love people, but you're dealing with the weight of unforgiveness in your heart. It's just not going to happen. If you got a bunch of wounds inside of your heart that doesn't allow you to love people the way God calls you to love people, all those wounds inside of you, all that pain and that anger, all of that will weigh you down. It all results right back to unforgiveness. Man, I encourage you in the mighty name of Jesus. If you can't do this alone, man, call out to God. Allow him to help you. Allow him to put that forgiveness and that love inside of your heart so that you can have it and be able to extend it to people. Okay? There's a lot of things, a lot of emotional things that weighs you down. Fear is one of them. Unforgiveness is another one. A lot of things that are in your heart can weigh you down and keep you from running this race correctly. Secondly, the sin which so easily ensnares us. Man, sin will entangle you. There's a saying that says sin will always take you further than you wanted to go, keep you longer than you intended to stay, and cost you a lot more than you were willing to pay. Try to run a race and tie some ropes around your ankles and around your wrist and put another one around your neck and try to run a race with a bunch of people yanking on you. And let's see how swiftly and how easily it is that, you can run. It ain't going to happen. Sin will entangle you. It's like trying to run, through a net. It ain't going to be a smooth race. You're going to be falling and tripping and hurting yourself. When trying to run this race, you got to lay aside the weights that are upon you, and you got to let go of the sin that entangles you so that you can run this race better. I get a lot of brothers and sisters that message me and ask me, man, how do you do it? How do we do this? Listen to me. I encourage you in the mighty name of Jesus to set aside the weight that is upon you, this weight that's on your shoulders, this unforgiveness that is in your heart. I encourage you, set that aside so that you can run this race with more freedom. The sin that you have in your life, if you got to expose it, do what you got to do so that you don't get entangled and you can run this race with freedom. I don't know who this is for, but I hope that this encourages you. I love you guys. God bless you.